Thank you for staying with us on the Pulse. Time now for the sport. I'm Gary L. Smith. And with 10 days to go to the World Cup, like you've been seeing at the top right-hand kind of hand of your screen all day, we are still amping the build-up on the JoyNews channel. Today, more surprising news as Germany have left one of their brightest young talents at home. Leroy Sane of Manchester City will not be part of the defense of the World Cup by the German national side as the 23-man squad is named. Let's get more reaction now. Let's go to the UK to Sam Lee, who writes for goal.com and has been following the story. Thank you, Sam, for your time and thank you for joining us here.
No problem. Thanks very much.
First of all, I saw your initial reaction on Twitter. It was one of disbelief, just like millions of football fans around the world.
Yeah, exactly. I was very surprised. Sane is an excellent player. Obviously, a lot of people have seen that. I'm the Manchester City correspondent for goal, so I think I saw over 50 games of Manchester City live in the flesh last season. So I've seen pretty much every one of Sane's kicks for City last season and the one before that. He had a quiet time when he first came to City, but he really improved, and he's the electrifying player that we all know now. He can beat a man either when he's already running with his speed or from a standing start, and he can score inside the box or outside. And you would think that's the kind of skill that any national team would need heading to a World Cup. But yeah, the more I looked into it, the more it seems that for Germany, he doesn't quite fit.
You spoke to a lot of people who are in the know with the German national team and how it works. What was their reckoning on why this bright young star was axed?
Yeah, so for them, it's still a surprise. It's a bit of a surprise, but not like a major shock like it is, for us guys in England. And I guess guys across Africa and South America and North America and all different parts of the world that haven't really seen what he does for Germany. But basically, the guys who have watched Germany a lot, they've noticed that. Well, first of all, he's had pretty much some bad games whenever he's played for Germany. He's had 6 starts. 4 of those starts have been recent. So it's obvious that Joachim Löw's tried to get him in the team recently, but he's just not quite hit it off. The thing is, when he plays for City, he's a classic winger. He sticks very wide, and then he gets in the box to finish off moves. The thing with Germany's wingers and Joachim Löw's wingers, he plays in the same position on the left of the attack, but what he needs to do is kind of link up the play a bit more, drop a bit deeper, play with his back to goal, be more, play more of a part in the building the attack. So, at City, they've got David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne for that. But with Germany, the wingers kind of need to do that role that Silva and De Bruyne do to contribute to the play a bit more. And then the other side of it is Löw has tried a 3-man defence a couple of times. And with that, they don't take quite so many risks. They don't play quite so many balls in behind the defence. So Sane's been making the run that he'd be expected to make at City, and he would be expecting Silva and De Bruyne to find him. But Germany are playing a completely different game. They're not making those passes in behind. They want to have the ball kind of more in front of the defence. They're maybe not quite so penetrating. And the ideal wide man that Joachim Löw wants is somebody more like Thomas Müller. And obviously, we've all got a picture in our head of how Thomas Müller plays and how Leroy Sane plays. And they're completely different. So it's for that reason, really, that Sane hasn't been included in the Germany squad. Basically, he doesn't quite fit in with what Joachim Löw wants.
Right. Thank you, Sam Lee. Chris, as always, we appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem. Thanks very much. Enjoy.
Right. So, more shocks as the World Cup squads go along. But as you know, we have the entire 23-man squad of Germany on myjoyonline.com/World Cup. You can find it there. And in Egypt as well, the squad is out. Mohamed Salah is there despite his injury and so on and so forth. In studio with me, Abigail Senaso. So, first of all, your thought on this?
Gary, I think that maybe we just have to be a little bit patient to Joachim Low. Maybe we are just looking at Leroy Sane's current form, and he might be looking beyond that. Don't forget, he's a World Cup winning coach, and so you cannot question him too much. We know that Manuel Neuer is coming out of injury, so clearly maybe the name in that department that can quickly come to mind would have been Ter Stegen, but here we are, see he's going for Neuer, and so maybe he just knows what he's doing. He knows that he might have built his team a long time ago, and he's looking at maybe something off the field we do not know, and so maybe let's wait until Russia in the next 10 days, and if he's able to defend it, fair enough. If he's not able, then we can ask him all the questions.
Thank you, Abigail, for that, and that will end the sport now. But as you can see, the artwork there, we are still getting ready for the FIFA World Cup. Joy Sports World Cup coverage will be on TV, on radio, and online. myjoyonline.com/World Cup. One of the trending stories in the last 2 hours on that website is that Emmanuel Ajimanbedu says that no African team, none of the 5 African teams will get to the semi-final of this year's World Cup. A lot of people having their say. Some say he's being salty, some say he's being envious and all that. We'll be discussing that in our subsequent bulletins, but check it out on the website, myjoyonline.com/World Cup.